Hey folks, welcome back to my stream. I don't know how many frames will be dropped in this stream because I'm streaming on my mobile internet as the Airtel connection has again messed up and isn't working right now. So after a long run of I think so more than 50 hours, 50 to 60 hours, we will be taking a look at the results. So the misalignment rate by language for Portuguese, Turkish, Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, Hausa, and Yoruba is are all zeros right now. Even the flip rate and everything. So I think so. There has been a mistake in the code itself, so that everything is going to zero. We will be debugging that. Let me show you guys the results first. The patching results. These are the patching results. Let me maximize this. Yeah. Uh, where is word wrap? Yeah, word wrap. So these are the patching results. I'm just scrolling through them to make you guys aware of the CSV that this cross-lingual activation patching has generated. This is the results with respect to the queries it was asked and how it responded. So you can see the number of lines here. 140295 on this CSV, and the other is the summary. The summary is all 0%. I think so. This might be only down to two reasons, and the figures that it has generated are all zero. Like everything is going to towards zero. The patching heat map is zero as well, and the flip rate curves are zero as well. Now we will be analyzing why it's doing this. Because I haven't used the fine-grained logs of the variables when they were being generated to see if it was right on a subset of the prompts that I had gone through, and the layer sweep that I had done. Could you warm up the context by going through the 09 cross-lingual activation patching.ipynb file and the do.md to see what this project and the 09 file is all about. Could you look at the 09 cross-lingual activation patching.ipynb notebook to see why all the results point to 0%? Is it due to some bug in the code, or is it due to everything being which isn't possible right now? Anyways, brainstorm, use exa search and ref mcp to find out reasons why the results are what they are, and search on ways to fix this. So these are the four root causes that it should have, while designing, taken into account. I didn't know why. The first is no chat template applied to the prompts. This was done in the previous notebooks, specifically the activation vectors, in which we explicitly built a chat text helper that did this thing, chat template, that kind of the model that treats input as a raw text continuation rather than the chat instruction. So this kind of never enters the behavioral regime where emergent misalignment manifests. So it totally skips it. The root cause 2 is the generated patched that returns a single token, not a full generation. So that has to be fixed because comparing a 64 token clean output against a 1 token patched output is apple to oranges. And the root cause 3 that is a bug is like for the model, it uses model.trace instead of model.generate for past generations. NN site docs have kind of missed it, didn't take into account ref tools while planning for the spec of this notebook. So that might have taken a wrong method to do a similar kind of thing, but because it doesn't do auto regressive generation, so that's the reason. And the design is also not correct. The keyword heuristic is English only, and for all these languages, for Hindi, Hausa, Yoruba, and other non-English languages, the genuinely misaligned outputs wouldn't match. So this is a factor. I think so. We can also include a cohere model for as a judge because they have like the YAML evaluation entries use GPT-4o as a judge. But I think so we can do it in the next phase. So what I need to do is apply these proposed fixes and use only a subset of, I think so 10% would be enough, yeah, prompts to run everything first to see if the interpretability outputs that we are getting are correct or not, and then we can run it on the full on a server, not on this machine because it takes a lot of time and everything is kind of fully utilized. All the resources are kind of fully utilized, and I am unable to do anything on this workstation. Okay, apply the proposed fixes and use only a subset, that is the 10% of data for a happy path test to see all the variables and the outputs that we are getting. are correct or not from a debugging point of view, and then we can take everything into account and run it on a server. Hey, there's someone in the on the live stream that said hi. Veer Yodha clips. Hey, I think you have been here before, so appreciate your continued watching. And today we are debugging the issues after a 60-hour run. Hey folks, just a warning. I think so. What will happen is when I run this notebook for the 10% of subset, my GPU and CPU resources will be utilized too much, and I won't be able to stream per se, and the stream will cut off. So, just a heads up and preparing you guys for that eventuality. Okay, let's keep the task manager here. Is there an option to keep this always on top? Yep, it is. And I will run this. And let's see what the... Because the video encoding that I am doing right now, which is live streaming to YouTube, it's taking much of the compute from the GPU, from the 8 GB GPU. That is why I was wanting a separate two different GPUs. One primary GPU for the work that needs to be done, and a secondary GPU for encoding and display. Instead of video decode, let's select CUDA. As you can see here, everything is slowing down. That is why I want a Blackwell A6000. I hope Nvidia is listening. My Threadripper build will be finalized. I'm skeptical about which motherboard to go with, whether the Gigabyte or the Asus one. And the RAM slots, because I was thinking for a single 128 GB slot right now and then adding everything else later. But due to that, the CPU would be starved, and the bandwidth between the CPU and memory and GPU wouldn't be enough, as I have highlighted earlier on the doc that I had shown you guys. I think so. It was approximately, the bandwidth was 40 to 50 Gbps using a single slot of RAM. So that's what I am currently worried about, because on 950 3D on the consumer CPU, if I populate two slots, I will be getting approximately the same or more bandwidth. So, but I wouldn't be able to use the PCIe lanes there. So for the PCIe lanes, I need to switch to Threadripper. That's what my thinking is, and using minimum of ADA, sorry, Blackwell A6000 or 5090 as a primary card for compute, and a secondary card, a 2070, for video encoding and streaming and display. So that's how I'm just thinking of designing my workstation. Anyways, as you can see, the 3D, the CUDA, everything is maxed out. So I will have to stop the stream to prevent overload, and for the execution to go through quickly, as quickly as possible. So I will be getting back